Just check in with the other ones. And if they aren't, we will start. Are you back with your coffee now?
Sorry. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. So you start. It's recorded too. So.
Yeah, I'm recording. If ever Marie
Okay,
be here right at 9:30, I am recording it, so I can always send it to you too.
Perfect.
All right, well, let's start. And if the others show up, I'll bring them in. So I'm going to mute. So what I thought we'd start with is just because it's morning, let's start with a few stretches just to get ourselves ready to settle into a little bit of a meditation. And that's probably what we'll do each week, is we'll start with a few just gentle stretches, and then we'll do, oh, someone's just trying to get in, and then we'll do a different meditation each week. Give me 1 second. I just got to forward the link to somebody. See if that works. Oh, I think she's here. There she is. Oh my gosh, nice name, Michelle.
Oh, there.
There you go.
Figured it out.
Awesome. Okay, so I was just saying that we're going to start with a few stretches each time we log on, just to get us ready to settle into a meditation, and then we're going to try a different type of meditation each week. So let's just start by sitting cross-legged, and we'll bring our hands to our thighs. Maybe close your eyes if that's comfortable. We're just going to do a couple breaths before we start our stretches. So I want you to take a big inhale through your nose. Feel your belly expand. And then breathing out through your nose or your mouth, whatever feels more natural for you. And then as you're breathing out, that belly collapses in. So a few more nice deep belly breaths. And with each breath, try to notice just your shoulders softening down a little bit if you're holding them up. Notice the sit bones start to ground down into your mat. I'm just taking this little bit of time to transition from wherever we've come from to our practice together. So switching off whatever was happening before this moment and using our breath to ground ourselves to the present moment. Good, and then what I want you to do is just start to move the head and neck in circles. Bringing the chin across the chest and the back of the head along the shoulders. And then changing directions. And then bringing the head back to center, bringing the palms together, pressing them together, drawing the elbows up so they're parallel with the floor. So we're pressing to wake up the arm muscles, kind of waking them up. And then on your next big inhale, slide the hands behind. They meet up behind the head. And then take them all the way up. So big lengthen. And then come into a twist on either side. Good. Back to center, same thing. Palms together, press, draw the elbows up. Slide the hands behind and all the way up. Lengthen and twist to the other side. Good. Back to center, hands coming back to the knees. We'll come into our Sufi grind. Just rotating through the lower back. And opening up through the chest as you come across the front of your mat. So across the back, we're kind of arching the spine, and across the front, we're opening up. And I should note too, if ever I see that my connection's bad and other direction, or I see you guys start to freeze, we'll probably just have to reboot the Zoom, so just hang tight and I'll reconnect with you. Happened more than once this summer. Good, and back to center. Let's bring the legs out, feet flat to the floor, hands in behind, and just windshield them out. Good, let them fall to either side and let the chin go the opposite direction. Another twist. Good, and then all the way to the other side. Head goes opposite direction. Beautiful, back to center. Legs come out straight, toes are pointing up. Palms come to our sides, like right beside the hips. And we're just gonna lengthen through the spine. So we're pulling a string from the crown of our head, bringing the belly in to support the back. And then big breath all the way up, hands come up over top. And then we'll come to our forward fold. And nice and slowly, you can roll that back up. We'll bring the soles of the feet together into a cobbler pose or butterfly pose. And we're just gonna bounce the legs. And then bringing the elbows to your thighs and just guiding the knees down, only till you feel a stretch. And what I want you to do is try to keep a straight back here as opposed to rolling over. Just think about keeping a nice straight back. Breathing into the hips. Good. Now grab onto the shins and just lift the heart and look up to the ceiling for a little back bend. Beautiful. And press the legs back out straight. Big breath in, send the arms back up. And forward fold, come down to the toes, the ankles, the shins, wherever you make it. Good, and then slowly rolling up. Okay, so what I want you to do is come to any comfortable seated position. I typically use a meditation pillow because I just find It helps with my back and my hips. So if you have a pillow, you could sit on it. You could roll up a blankie. You could use the wall just to sit with your back against the wall. Typically, we meditate with our legs crossed, but sometimes that doesn't work. So you meditate in any position that's comfortable for you, because the last thing you want to do is be uncomfortable and then your mind keeps going to that body part that's maybe falling asleep or feeling sore, and it's hard to obviously stay focused on what you're doing if we're worrying about how the body's feeling. Over time, you train the mind. That's the purpose of meditation, obviously, to be able to ignore those little aches and pains. But I find in the beginning, that's the first thing that pulls our thoughts away, is being uncomfortable. So getting comfortable, having a meditation cushion or pillow, sitting against the wall, very good way to start. Okay, so today's class, I wanted to just briefly go over the benefits of meditation. There are a lot of them. So I'm just going to quickly give you guys my top ones. Obviously easing our stress and anxiety, and obviously right now with COVID, that's very high on everyone's charts. So meditating helps to ease all those worries and fears. It helps to improve sleep. So if it's something you want to do before bed, that will help with sleep. It improves your memory and concentration. It generates and inspires kindness. It can help to lower blood pressure. It helps to improve attention span. That's why I do it with the kids in yoga class. On a spiritual level, it develops and enhances your self-awareness. So trying to become our best selves. And obviously the whole package of all those things is promoting our emotional and physical health. So what we're going to do is we will do a meditation that inspires kindness and healing. We'll do a meditation 1 week for memory and concentration. Some of you have done them with me before. And today we're going to start with a guided meditation. So that's just one where I'm going to lead you through some imagery and guide you, as obviously that means, through a little meditation. So the good thing about meditation is we can do it anywhere. Work, home, in your car if you're the passenger, in the airport, and you don't need any equipment. Save maybe having a pillow or blanket. You can do it anywhere. So what I'm gonna do is just have you start to close your eyes and come back to the yoga breath that we started with. So just that nice long inhale and exhale as we start to ground back down. And so now is the time too, if you're feeling uncomfortable anywhere, if you're feeling like, oh, maybe I need a pillow, maybe I need to sit against the wall, make any of those little shifts now. And then we're going to begin as I just guide you through a little imagery. We're going to head to the beach today because the beach is one of my favorite places. What I want you to do is imagine that you're lying on the beach somewhere. And the sun is warm on your skin, on your face, on your arms. And your toes are in the sand. Feels warm on the feet. And it's not too hot. There's a beautiful breeze keeping you at that perfect temperature with the warmth of the sun and the gentle breeze on the skin. And you can hear the waves as they lap onto the beach. The waves come in and splash and then roll back out. And you can hear the seagulls flying above you. And at this moment, you feel so peaceful. This is the perfect moment with that sun on our face, our toes in the sand, the sound of the water and the birds. And you just want to lay here for a few more minutes, taking all of this perfect moment in. The waves start to come in a little further and you actually feel a little water splash on your toes. And maybe you decide to invite someone to join you on the beach. Maybe a friend, maybe a pet, maybe a family member. Or maybe you decide to just stay by yourself. And you feel calm and you feel so grateful to have this time. And what we should know from this experience is that we can find this peacefulness, we can find this calm and happiness anytime we want to by coming into our meditation, by reimagining this beach scene, or maybe there's another special place that you like to go, or a special place in your house. You can come back here anytime you need to. So I want you to place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. And just bring your attention now back to your breath. Feeling the belly rise and fall. Just slowly bringing our awareness back to our breath and to our body. And then what I want you to do, you can just let your hands rest back down. And I want you to slowly open your eyes back up. And just notice 3 things that you can see around you. Notice 3 things that your eyes see. Good, and then I want you to notice 3 things you can hear. What are 3 things that you can hear in the background at your house or coming from my house? And then I want you to notice 2 things that you can feel. Maybe that's the material on your clothes. Maybe that's the mat or the pillow or your own fingertips. And then I want you to notice 1 thing that you can smell. Beautiful. And then I just want you to roll out the shoulders after sitting in our meditation. Just give them a nice roll. Good. And then bringing the hands to the heart, we'll take another big, nice stretch up, lengthening through the spine. Maybe coming into a twist on one side. Good, and back to the center, same thing, big stretch up. And then twisting off to the other side. Beautiful. If you've got a pillow underneath you, maybe just slide it out. I'm sure the legs would like to come out from cross-legged. So we'll stand them nice and wide and just come into a wide-legged forward fold. Taking some nice deep breaths. Good, and then coming back to that windshield wiper, wake the legs up, just windshield wipering them back and forth. Good stuff. So I'm going to just come back to any seated position. So that last little bit that we did after the guided meditation, so after our beach scene, was a grounding exercise. So that's something when we're feeling a little bit all over the place, maybe our anxiety's a little high. That little grounding exercise is going through your senses. I didn't do taste today because obviously you guys don't have any food around you, but we might do some mindful eating another day. But all you're doing is going through your senses. So 3 things you can see, 3 things you can touch, 3 things you can smell, something you can taste. So we go through each of our senses, and that just helps to ground us whenever we're feeling maybe a little bit flustered or overwhelmed. So that's your mindfulness tip today. And I'm going to end, I've got these self-care cards, so I'm going to end with drawing you guys a self-care card. I'm going to draw 1 card for the group. So all of these cards are just little messages of self-care that maybe, I don't know, maybe it's something you can do later on today or before I see you next week. I'm going to spread the cards out. Ooh, this is always my favorite one that I get. Alone time. Maybe some of us have had too much alone time with Corona, but that's your self-care note, alone time. Whenever I draw that one, I leave it out for Scott to see as a little hint. He needs to take the children. So your mantra for your alone time self-care card is, I make time to focus on myself. I make time to focus on myself. Joyously explore your alone time. Think about what you would like to do in solitude, then plan so that your time is freed up and your commitments are put on pause. Find peace and stillness by completely turning into your own needs. So there you go. I make time to focus on myself is your message for today. So with that, we'll bring our hands to our hearts. Nice big deep breath in. And I say to you all, may you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you be whole. Namaste. I'm gonna unmute you, and if anyone has any questions before you go, you can ask me questions, or I'll see you next week. Unmute all. There we go.